Hey guys, if you think you know stuff, show me where you implement it in your life and I'll believe you. I believe that understanding actually really means nothing unless you're living it in your daily life. So many people in this world are information gatherers, which is fantastic. It's great to gather information, but to actually implement the information that you've gathered is a whole nother story. So a lot of people have said about me, I'm very spiritual. I don't even like that word. The reason why, because most spiritual, in quotes, people are talking about stuff without actually implementing anything. So I'd rather be called aware, simply because it makes more sense to me, because awareness of your understanding through implementation breeds wisdom. And I've also been told that I'm a very wise man. I wouldn't know about that. It's not my call to make. I think that's other people's call to make, in my opinion. So guys, so many people that we've had jump off our academy in the because they couldn't handle us calling them out that they actually weren't living their understanding. And this is very, very common. Can't cope when you're actually called out. So this is what I want you to understand. Call yourself out if you're not implementing what you understand. We're not meant to be having everything together. That's the truth. But call yourself out that you're working on it, rather than actually saying, oh yeah, I know that, Jason. But really, how do you know it if you're not living it in your life? So for me, as an example, health is very, very important. If I was with a partner who wasn't healthy, who was making terrible choices with what they put in their body, I wouldn't be with them, because it's part of my world. I call on them to actually start making changes if they were talking about health being important and they weren't living it. So really, really important. Live your understandings, and I'll tell you why. Because if you do, you'll actually have integrity. And if you don't, then you'll be just like everyone else, talking a whole lot of BS. And so many people are doing this on Facebook, talking BS. And the number of times that I spend time with them and I'm like, oh gee, they're not living any of the things that they talk about. It's a challenge, because we want everyone to see how we want them to see. This is what Facebook does. I'm very lucky because people tell me that I'm living proof of someone talking and walking their talk. And this is super different in this world of bullshit right now, where people are talking and there's very little walking going on. So if you want some help with that walking part, come and have a chat to us. Our job is to help break you down, help break what's holding you back from walking the life that you really want to live. Because life's short, and waiting, making excuses, blaming, projecting, all of these things that we do as a reason to not step into our birthright, which is to be the best person that we can be, to implement life, to understand what we can do to deal with our limitations and overcome them. And this is what we're here for. And if we don't do it, in my opinion, we come back down here again, have to do it all over again. What do you want? Do you want to wait? Do you want to understand? What do you want to do? Doing is what makes you stand out in the crowd. Have a nice day.